Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Am I coming through okay? How we doing? How's it going, everybody? How's it going, Rex Wrath? How's it going, TK from Idaho? TKO from Idaho. How's it going, French Roast? How's it going, Oh Gizmo? Welcome. What's up, Harmony Enforcer? What's up, New Navy CB? What's up, Archimedes Larson? What's up, Tasmagore? What's up, Astro Wolf? What's up, S-Man X? What's up, French Roast? What's up, M90 Photog? What's up, DC's Deep? What's up, Jamurai Sack 69? Mwah! That username. Mwah! I love it. What's up, Tasmagore? I think I already said Tasmagore. Yeah, you got tickets to the comedy club, Rex Wrath. You got tickets to the comedy club, indeed. What's up, McWare Muffin? Oh, can't wait to laugh. You are going to laugh. You're going to laugh as part of the show. If you don't laugh, I'll fucking kill myself. You gotta laugh. I need it. I gotta have it. Sorry, I got really aggressive. Hey, thank you, New Navy CB, for the subscription. Oh, my gosh. Subscriber for 4 months. Really appreciate you, New Navy CB. Thank you so much for being here. I want to remind everybody, here's what we're doing today. This is a comedy show. This is STOPGAP Stand-Up. Welcome. This is a comedy show. I've got for you 3 of the best comedians from around this great nation. I think they all live in L.A., but they're from around this great nation to do stand-up comedy for you. This is bringing the comedy club into your bedroom. You can, or maybe your workplace or your living room. I don't want to presume what room you're in. You could be in any room of your house, and the comedy comes to you. This show, I want to remind you, is a paid show. The comedians who we have on the show don't get to do comedy right now, so they're missing out on work. We pay them to do this very show right here. And your cheers, bits, subscriptions, and tips, you can tip in the box below. If you scroll down, you should see a tip thing, or it's streamlabs.com/Adam Conover, I believe is the URL. All those things allow me to pay the comics and my booker, Catherine, who we have on the show. So, oh, yes, there it is. Thank you, Catherine, for pasting it in the chat. Streamlabs.com/Adam Conover/tip. So if you're able to support the show, we really do appreciate it. However, you do not feel like you need to pay money in order to enjoy the show. This is a free show for everybody that operates on a tip system. So if you are impecunious at the moment, feel free to just sit back and relax and take your mind off your troubles for an hour plus here on the Stand-Up Comedy Show. Let me remind my girlfriend that I fed the dog because I don't want her to come home during the show and feed the dog. Text Lisa Hannawalt, I fed the dog. God damn fucking Siri. Yes. What? Why won't? There, thank God. Siri, goddammit. Oh, oh my God, do we have a hype train going? Fuck, we have a hype train before the show? Normally we do the hype train after the show. Satyr Saturn, thank you so much for the subscription. Oh my gosh, I didn't even mean to get a hype train going. Policy changes. Welcome to the show. Here's how the show works. Let's see if we can get this hype train up. I'm not going to do the full telethon thing, but let's see if we can get the hype train up. Eat the mic. How's that sound? Here's how the show works, all right? In a second, I'm going to post a link to the very Zoom room that I am doing this show from in yonder chat. And you, as an audience member, are welcome to join the live stand-up comedy show and to contribute your laughter to the show. And let me tell you something. It's a very important part of the show, all right? Let me refocus. We need your laughs to do stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy does not exist without your laughs. Thank you, Muggsy, for subscribing. Unbelievable, Muggsy20 and Satyr Saturn for subscribing. You folks are wonderful. Can't wait to get to level 3 of the hype train. God, I would love to. So we need your laughs to do the stand-up comedy show. Without your laughs, it's not stand-up. It's just bullshit garbage. So I will post the link, and then I would like you to join if you would like. Now, there's 3 rules for being in the live audience of the stand-up show. Number 1, only laugh, please. Make no other noises. Do not talk to the comedians. Do not whisper sweet nothings and expressions of love to the comedians. Do not fart into your microphone, all right? Just laugh. That's the only kind of sound we want to hear. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is, if there is a sound in your vicinity, please mute your microphone. If the lawnmower man comes by, I'm not talking about the guy pushing the lawnmower. I'm talking about the bad guy from the movie, the monster, the lawnmower man. When that cybernetic creature comes and starts making a ruckus in your den, please hit mute. Rule number 3, when you enter, stop your video. We do not want to look at your face. And frankly, you don't want us to look at your face, all right? You didn't put your makeup on, Bill, all right? You're not ready to be seen by people, all right? We don't want to see you. We just want to hear your lovely laughs. Oh, my God. An anonymous gifter is gifting 5 subs to the community. What the fuck? Thank you so much, anonymous gifter. You're so kind. Incredible. You must love stand-up comedy. Cookie, you 99999999999 benefited from this subscription. You're up to level 3 already. Incredible. Paganon. Indeed, it's a Paganon. Thank you so much, anonymous gifter. We love you. Oh, my gosh. And Kat put the Zoom link in. Thank you so much, everyone, for who's joining. We saw Amanda Larson for a second. Amanda Larson, thank you for contributing your laughs every time. Now, when you enter, please stay muted. When you enter the Zoom room, please start out muted. Let's get you in here. Let's get you in. I'm going to paste it again. I do know everything. I know absolutely everything. The kidney donator got a sub. Now, if anyone wants to pay it forward, you can feel free. But what I really want from you folks is I want a couple more people to join our Zoom room. When you get in, remember, stop your video and start out muted. You want to start out muted, and I will tell you when to unmute. And then you can be part of the live. You could be in a comedy club right in your own home. You could be watching this fucking comedy show on the toilet. That's what we've got for you today. How incredible is that? Okay, yes. Watch out for echo. We heard a little bit of echo there from Phil and Stephanie. Phil and Stephanie, you might want to put your headphones on. All right. Here you come. Oh, yeah, and you have to mute. You want to mute the original Twitch link, too, so that you don't end up hearing the show twice. All right. Oh, we're getting folks in. We got a quorum here. We've got a quorum of laughs, so we're going to start the show. Let me get my fucking office chair out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking steel case gesture, expensive-ass office chair I bought on Craigslist from a startup company that collapsed. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave the stage. I'm going to leave this 2-square-foot area of my goddamn home office. And then I'm going to introduce myself. And then when I do, I want all you to unmute. I want you to give me a big, gigantic round of applause. Okay? Ready? Here we go. We're going to do it. Okay, we're going to start the show. Everybody unmute. Unmute. I want to see some unmute. I see a couple people muted. Need you to unmute. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your host for this evening, Adam Conover. Yes, a valiant effort. Listen to those incredible woos. What an incredible crowd. This is the best crowd we've ever had. Are you folks ready for an amazing stand-up comedy show this evening?
Yeah!
Unbelievable. You're an unbelievable crowd. And let me tell you, you all look so good even though absolutely none of you are wearing pants. It's so great. This is the most, I have to say, this is probably the stand-up crowd out of all the stand-up shows I've ever done. And I've done thousands, and most of them were bad. Most of the shows were very bad. Let me tell you something. Most stand-up shows that every stand-up comic does are terrible. That's the life of a stand-up comic, doing shitty show after shitty show, and nothing you can do can ever make them good. I did comedy at an EDM festival once. That's how bad my career has been, okay? But out of all the shows, this is the audience that is wearing the least amount of clothes, I would have to guess. I would have wagered 2/3 of you aren't wearing shoes. 1/3 of you aren't wearing pants. There's probably one of you. I bet there's one person watching this show completely nude. I bet there is. I bet there's someone completely nude. And normally, if you're doing comedy for nude people, you're at a nudist colony. But we're not. We're just doing it for some people who have not left their house in months and have stopped caring. And that's what I love. We're coming to you, bringing you comedy in your homes. I'm really hoping, it kind of seems like maybe we are on the home stretch of quarantine here in the U.S. The home stretch. I'm not saying it's done. Stay in your fucking house still. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We're starting to, the home stretch is you're like, man, maybe by October, I'll go to a grocery store. Just once. Like shit like that. Like, whoa, the novelty of it. I can't even imagine. That's me as a guy who's been lucky enough to work in his fucking house while there's folks in LA who've had to work at the grocery store and they've all gotten COVID now. I've been very lucky to even have that observation to make. But yeah, it's like weird the specific things that have felt like what we're deprived of. Does that make sense? Like this is very much. And by the way, the hype train went, and I gotta thank everybody for the hype train. Can I get a round of applause for the hype train that we had? Woo! People are supporting the show. Hype. Do you guys need to do your emotes like verbally? Do you need to go like PogChamp? Poggers. Don't do that. Don't do that for the rest of the show. Okay. You can all yell Poggers once if you want right now. Okay, ready? Everyone can yell Poggers or PogChamp or name yell the name of your favorite emote, and that's the last time we're going to do it. Okay, let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bible thump. Okay. That was great. Didn't that feel good to say a Twitch emote in real life? This is like a Great Depression kind of situation, right? This is like we're going to tell our grandkids. Well, I'm not going to have kids because I am not selfish. But people who do have kids, you'll tell your kids about, this is the... we were all inside for 2 years. We didn't go anywhere. But it's like the things that we're deprived of are weird, right? Like I've literally been the hardest thing that I've had to get. The thing I've been online for, the thing that has been like the breadline experience for me has been trying to get a PS5, which is... That's fucked up. That's the thing that is difficult for me to get. That's the shortage. Toilet paper for a little bit, but the PS5 shortage lasted a lot longer than the toilet paper shortage. And it felt like demeaning and demoralizing in all these ways. Like I was like lining up for. I had like an alert set for different Twitter accounts, so I could like go get in the queue really quick. Like, they'll have PS5s at the Sony PlayStation Store if you line up at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and keep reloading the page. I was like, God damn it. This is terrible. I finally got one today. I finally got a PS5. Oh. Thank you. A friend had a friend who had gotten a reservation at Best Buy and didn't need it anymore, and so they brought it to me. And I paid him a finder's fee, and I set it up. The thing, it's like this big. It's so huge, it barely fits under my goddamn television. It's crazy that these have been so hard to find. It's absolutely crazy. It's because there's been a shortage of this one semiconductor is like why they have not been able to build them. Not just demand. It's like there's literally been a shortage of this particular component they need. And there was a headline the other day. Have you guys seen this headline? That Joe Biden said he's going to look into it. Did you hear about that? The president said they're going to have a report on why we can't get PS5s. I think there's maybe some more important shit going on right now. Like, I know we're on Twitch and it's like very upsetting to not get PS5s, but I don't think that needs to be high on the list of like why Americans don't have access to Miles Morales. You know what I mean? I just don't think it matters that much. I played a little bit of this game. There's a pack-in game. I feel like I can do very specific comedy about video games because I'm on Twitch. Is that okay? I would never do this for a live. Imagine if I was at the fucking comedy store going like, yeah, you guys heard of Astro's Playroom? You guys heard of it? But I'm going to do material about Astro's Playroom. Astro's Playroom is this game that came with the PS5. I played it for half an hour today. This game is Sony wanting to be Nintendo so bad. They are just could we please be Nintendo? Could we please get a whiff of people's love for Nintendo? Could they love Sony the same way? Sony, the DVD player company. Could they love us the way they love? And it's like you're literally playing a little robot named Astro. You run around a little 3D world like it's like Super Mario World. You collect fucking coins. There's a part of the game called PlayStation Labo, which is just like a trademark Nintendo word that they stole. And then you collect. Okay, like you know how in Nintendo games there'll be like references to older Nintendo games. It's like you'll be playing Super Smash Brothers, and it's like, oh, here's the Duck Hunt dog, or like here's Rob the Robot, or all these little characters you might remember from your past love of Nintendo. This game tries to do those things, but instead the things you collect, instead of being fun characters, are just different pieces of PlayStation hardware. It's like your reward, you do a little extra challenging part of the level, and then your reward is like, congratulations, you won a PSVR processing unit. And it gives you like a black plastic piece of like computer component that you can like rotate and add to your collection. It's like really sucks and it's bad. Okay, that's it. It's not okay. I don't actually have jokes about it yet. It's just talking about a video game I played 45 minutes ago. Quarantine is driving me fucking nuts. I need to leave my house. I used to do comedy about experiences I had, and now I just do comedy about the video game I just got. God damn it. All right. I'm gonna bring on our comics because we need someone other than me to talk on this goddamn stream and talk about an experience other than what the fuck I did today. Your first comic, absolutely wonderful. He just did a podcast for Crunchyroll about anime. He's incredibly funny. You're going to love him. Please welcome Yedoye Travis, everybody.
Hey. Hello, what's up? It's me from your none of your memories. Okay. Yo, my name is Yedoye. How's that? Have you ever heard that name? No, you haven't. It's a weird one. It's a Nigerian name, which you know what? I'm very happy with it. I'm very proud of it. It's very unique. I don't know any other Yedoyes except for my cousin, but he lives in Nigeria. I don't have to deal with him. I feel bad for dudes with just like names that everybody has. Like Adam, your name is the name of the first dude. Like that's gotta be weird.
Yeah.
Why did that last so long? You know? I feel especially bad for dudes named John because it's like, I feel like if your name is John, you had to be born premature, right? Like how else is that possible? Like it had to be like your mom found out she was pregnant and then like a week later was like, oh, the baby's coming. Okay, I guess it's John. Cause like how else do you end up with the name that we give to dudes that disappear? How does that like literally dudes who don't exist anymore, who there's no record of you, is you and then an actual guy. And we had a president named John. How did people know who he was? Okay. That's that joke's run its course. Okay, I've been inside a bunch, just like reading too much. I've been like, I know it's like fucked up to compare it to prison because it's not that same experience, but I've just been in here doing prison shit. I just been doing push-ups and reading for the past year, and I feel like I have like new different concerns in my life. Like I feel really bad for like the dude who writes the book before the book. Do you know what I'm talking about? The dude who like writes the little like foreword. Like that's got to be such a bad like imagine getting an email that's like, hey, I want you to co-write my book with me. I want you to help me write my book. And then when you show up, they're like, oh yeah, you just get the part with where they don't even have the numbers yet. The numbers haven't started on the part that you write. How about that? Like they're not even like they're Roman numerals. They're not even numbers. They're numerals. What the fuck is that? You don't even get the word numbers on the pages that you write. How disrespectful is that? That feels like that's got to be like, if I could equate that to my own experience, that's got to be like if you're opening for like a big comedian, but then they say his name first. You know, it's like when you do a show, it's like, hey, are y'all ready to see Dave Chappelle? And everybody's like, yeah. He's like, all right, but here go this nigga first. Here go this nigga right first. You can read all his stuff on the letters. He's got the lettered pages. Okay. Yeah, that's one of those jokes you just stretch an idea way too long. Okay, had an experience recently. What do I want to say? How do I even dive into this? I got a hand job on the beach. Now my friends keep calling me Moonlight. The thing that happened to me. Which feels unfair to the movie Moonlight. I feel like there's a lot more going on in that movie than just the hand job. I feel like it's a much deeper experience than that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more going on. I feel like Barry Jenkins worked way too hard for that for my hand job to be equated with his hand job. Like there's just so much set piece. I feel like the version I just got jerked off on the beach. I feel like my version is like the Zack Snyder version. It's like just an unearned set piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't work for that. It's just like a Superman standing in the middle of a deserted city. That's what my hand job was. Okay. I also don't really identify with like the theme of the movie like that. I don't really know about my sexuality that well, you know. I took an online quiz that said I was bisexual, but like I was just trying to find out my Hogwarts house, so I don't know. I guess Ravenclaw. I guess bisexual is Ravenclaw. I don't really know.
Nice.
I've told people that bit, and and apparently every house is bisexual. Ravenclaw's bisexual. Hufflepuff. All of them. I actually had a weird experience a while ago. Like I started skating at 29 because I figured if my body's gonna start falling apart, I might as well help it along the process. No one had happened for no reason. But I started skating at 29, and I did not anticipate how frequently I was gonna have to deal with children doing a literal children's activity. So I've been going to the skate park. And I had this thing happen where a little girl walked up to me who couldn't have been older than like 11 years old, and she said to me in the kindest, like sweetest voice, she goes, "Excuse me, mister, are you interested in boys?" And look, I'm from Atlanta. I grew up in Atlanta in the 90s. So, like, if somebody asks me that question, I'm ready to fight because they might be ready to fight. So I'm just, like, squared up on this little girl like this. And then I thought about it for a second, and I realized, oh, this is a child girl. so she's probably talking about a child boy. And so in that moment, sexuality went out the window. I forgot about that shit. And so I was just yelling at this little girl. Nah, I fuck grown-ass men. Thank you very much. Get the fuck out of my face. Shit, no. No, thank you. Tell your parents I said what's up. They need a third? What's going on? What's up? What's up with mom and dad? I don't do that little boy shit. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, this feels like a fun joke to slide in here, unplanned. I got in a fight with my boss a while ago because we have this idea in America, I guess in general in the world, that like boys can't be molested is a thing that we believe. Like people act like that's a thing. And I got in a fight with my boss a while ago. Like a lot of people don't want to come out about that shit because people just don't accept that those stories exist. And I got in a fight with a boss of mine a while ago about whether or not he got molested because he said he had sex with a woman who was 35 when he was 16 years old. And he was like I didn't get molested, like I pursued the whole thing. Like as a man you're just taught to like conquer and pursue women, and that's your whole thing. And he made a strong enough argument that I wasn't gonna force that narrative on him. I wasn't gonna be like, okay, maybe you did not get molested, but could you at least admit that you fucked a loser, bro? That's a loser. What? Ew. That's a grown one. Yeah, that's a grown woman who fucks teenagers. I feel weird. No. Like if I was 35 and I fucked somebody who was 35 and I found out she fucked teenagers, I would feel like I need to get my shit together, bro. Like, at the very least, don't be proud of that, you fucking weirdo. I don't know, man. Okay, just wanted to get that out. Anyway, you ever think about how they killed Jesus at 33, but the life expectancy was 35? They could have just waited. Like, how bad do you not fuck with somebody that you can't wait 2 years? Just be like, 2 more years of this motherfucker, I will kill myself. I swear to God. Fuck him. And like, they had to be around the same age to have that much political influence. So like, they killed Jesus and then they died. They didn't even get to enjoy him being dead. That's fucked up. And then everybody else for the next 2,000 years, everybody was like, yo, I actually kind of liked him. What happened to that Jesus dude? He was kind of, write a book about him. He seems cool. He seems like he got his shit together, you know? I don't know. Yeah, that was a wild time. I feel like the past years got me thinking, like, I'm really glad slavery's over because I could not get whipped by a dude in a Fitbit. Seems like too much mental anguish, you know what I'm saying? It's not fair to either of us, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in pain and you're not getting an accurate count of how many steps you're doing. Like, that's not one step. That's not one step. That motion is way more involved. Okay, I don't know how to it feels like about that time, and I don't know how to get into this bit, so I'm just gonna say it. I feel like it's very easy to make women come, and I'm gonna explain myself. Please, I've had people get mad at me just right off the jump, but I wouldn't say it if I couldn't explain it. Okay, all right, let me backtrack and rephrase. It's easier than we've been led to believe. I'll give you that. I think there's an argument to be made that men have been told that it's not important, and so we don't prioritize it, and so if it doesn't happen, we're just like, oh, okay, who the fuck cares? But like, if it was so hard, how do women have 100% success rate when you leave? Like, how is that possible? What is, like, I'm just saying, like, it's not that complicated. All you got to do is listen a little bit and aim for the front. Like, you'll get it. Something will happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like that's all marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we knew it was so easy to make women come, how would they sell vibrators? How would they do it? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's all porn is just a dude fingering a girl be like, there's got to be a better way. That's all that is, you know? And I'm saying, and that, I have a bigger bet. That's what capitalism does to you. Is it tells you that that you have some deficiency in your life. There's a thing you can't do, and they sell you a product to replace that concept. That's what capitalism does. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. Like you ever had a girl come up to you and she's like so excited, she's got a dress with pockets on it, and I don't know if I should just be happy for her or I should just be like, you're supposed to have pockets. What the fuck are you so excited about? You're supposed to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want everybody to want better for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have a studio apartment, you sleep in the living room. Do you understand what I'm getting at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel so bad for women just under capitalism because everybody gets marketed to an obsessive amount, but it's so bad for women. Like, y'all gotta buy makeup to look nice. You gotta buy a purse to put the makeup in. You gotta buy different pants for when you don't want to carry a purse with, like, what the fuck are boyfriend jeans? Just bigger jeans. Just get bigger pants. You know what I'm saying? Why is that a branded thing? Like, and then on top of all that, feminism's got y'all thinking you have to have a 9-to-5 to pull your weight, even though you do all this shit. And after all this shit, and after a long day at work, you can't even come home and kill your own baby if you want to. That's your baby. The fuck? That's your baby. Do you understand? We live in a country where if you want to kill a baby, they're like, fuck, what the fuck? You better go to Yemen. What the fuck? Go kill a baby that's not yours. And now you're just in the Middle East in a sundress, like, I don't even know this baby. I don't know. This is not the baby that's fucking up my life. What the fuck is this? You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And look, I see how I can see how I've lost some people right now. But I stand by everything I've said. And so I just feel like women get so much shit for, like, doing the little things they need to do to get by, like sex work, for example. Like, y'all get so much shit for doing sex work. Like, fucking do that. What? Do that shit. So that shit is dope. I encourage any woman, if you find the opportunity, steal from me. I don't give a fuck. Steal from me. I'm not gonna make it easy for you, but try. You know. Let's go to dinner. Let's get a meal. And when the check comes, you do this shit where you, like, get up and you're just like, I left my purse in the car, and I'm gonna get up too. I left my wallet in the car. That's how this works. You know, because I do this thing where I can't keep my wallet in my back pocket while I drive. Because why, fellas? Because it makes my butt go numb in such a way that I lose confidence in my ability to step on the brake. So I feel like I get nervous that we're gonna crash. And so you get up to get your purse, and then I get up to get my wallet. And then in an ideal scenario under capitalism, we just go steal that meal together. And that's an ideal relationship. But, okay, I lost y'all along the way, and that's fine. Just, you know, everybody gives women shit. Just imagine if you did have to get a abortion, but that kid's already in high school, so now y'all got a box. Okay, that feels like it was unnecessary. All right, that's my time. I'm Yedoye Travis. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are the best.
Yedoye, everybody.
Appreciate you so much.
Give it for Yedoye, everybody. Come on. Yeah. Yedoye.
Yes.
Answer something for me.
Yes.
Why not put the wallet in the front pocket? I don't understand. Where
in the front pocket?
Yeah,
like a
I
psychopath?
grew up with my wallet in the front pocket, and then when I became an adult, I heard all these guys saying, "Oh, I need a skinny wallet because I put my wallet in my back pocket. I sit on it." I'm like, "You have a front pocket."
It just seems like I feel like if you're gonna have symmetry anywhere on your body, it's got to be between the fronts of the legs. And like the back, I feel like you whatever. But if I see somebody coming toward me and like one of his fronts is bulging out, it's like I don't trust that dude. It feels,
You got the phone in the other pocket. So wallet, phone, and then you're even.
but the phone is slim. The phone is slim. You know, you can justify it. It makes sense. It's also the phone is mostly in my hand anyway. So like,
True.
you know, when is it ever gonna be this obtrusive presence in my front pocket?
You mentioned women having pockets too. Why do you think we as a society have all of these hang-ups and complexes about our pockets? People, it like deeply upsets or excites people to have pockets. Pockets seem very important to us. Why?
Well, it really is just it's all capitalism, you know. Men have all the things. Men have all the things, so they need all the storage. Why do you think women hate cargo shorts so much? Because they're jealous of these sweet, sweet pockets. That's all it is. It's not an aesthetic thing.
That's
It's
a good
jealousy.
point. We're flaunting the pockets. We're saying
We're
we've got all the
flaunting the
pockets, and they don't
pockets.
make pockets for your clothes.
Exactly.
And that
You know?
it's like we're showing off. It's like we're the rich man eating the turkey dinner, eating the Sunday
Exactly.
goose in front of all the poor folks.
Exactly. You're Scrooge McDuck diving into a pile of coins. That's what that is.
That means the most feminist thing you could do would be to design cargo shorts for women. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Cargo shorts. We got to make that a female article of clothing.
Yes. Cargo shorts for women, and also just abolish. I think abolish the dress with pockets. I think get rid of it. It's one of these things. It validates the system that exists. It validates the neoliberal complex that is already in existence. That's
I'm
what
just
a dress
glad-
with pockets does.
I'm just glad us two ignorant dudes were able to solve feminism for everybody. And I think
Oh,
everything
yeah.
we said is valid, and no one should take any issue with any of it.
Oh yeah, none of it whatsoever. Just for the record, I'm coming at this from a very a socialist standpoint. You know, I think this is it's very important to understand. This is all about the economy. This is bigger than us. This is bigger than men versus women. This is, you know.
Absolutely. Give it up for Yedoye Travis, everybody. Yedoye Travis, one more time.
Woo!
Let him hear it. Oh, we hear a little more than that. A little more for you, Yedoye Travis, everybody. There we go. That's what we like. Thanks so much, Yedoye.
Hey,
Thanks for coming
thank
by. All right. Up next, we have another wonderful comic for you. This comic is, he's so funny. He's such a big fan of mine. He worked on my recent show for Netflix, which has yet to come out because we have not been able to film it because of COVID, but hopefully we will very soon. But he helped us write it. Please give it up for Johan Miranda, everybody.
Woo!
Woo!
Hey everyone. Yeah. Thanks Adam for putting this together. You know, be able to do some stand up, doing some comedy while we're in the home stretch, right? Like COVID, it seems like it only just some more months. Let's just there's no need for indoor stand up right now. That's what I'm saying. Comedy's not that important, you know. Let's keep it on Twitch, you know. I feel like comics who are doing indoor shows, they took the phrase you should be able to kill in any room too literally. They just take this. Come on, let's just stick on Twitch. You know, come on, it's a good time. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Yedoye was talking about the name John. My name is Johan. To explain, if John is like Target, Johan is like Tarjay. It's basically the same thing. My dad is the one who named me Johan. I was named after Johan Cruyff, a Dutch soccer player. Which is interesting because it's interesting because he named my older brother after himself, Mario Senior and Mario Junior. It goes to show his thought process in naming us, because when my older brother was born, he was like, "This is my firstborn son. He's gonna honor my legacy. I'm gonna name him after myself, Mario." And then when I was born, he was like, "Who's that playing on TV?" That guy dribbles pretty well. Fuck it, Johan. His name's Johan. I've also been reading through the pandemic. I reread the Great Gatsby still lives up to the hype. The Great Gatsby, on a second reading, it really captures what it's like being a third wheel. It's just some guy just stuck on this long date. Poor Nick Carraway. But I will, now that the copyright of The Great Gatsby has expired this year, I'm starting my own rewrite of The Great Gatsby. I'm really just changing the title to Crazy Rich Caucasians and just gonna make some money. You mentioned Jesus. I grew up Catholic myself. I'm no longer practicing. I am still trying to maintain like a spiritual kind of higher power kind of thing. Like right now, my higher power is Paddington 3 is coming out soon, so that's my higher power. I just gotta stay focused.
Amen.
That's what drives me forward in life. Is Paddington 3 is coming out eventually. But yeah, I grew up Catholic. My family would every year we would host a visiting priest from Peru. Father Willie was his name. And so every year he would come, and like the thing about Father Willie is whenever we would eat whenever he was in town, we would eat family as a family dinner. His running gag was like making fun of me for being fat. So he would just be like, oh, slow, like eating food. He'd be like, oh, slow down there, Johan. It's like the same like fat jokes over and over. And my parents would laugh at every joke, even though it's the same. Like, look, I get it, whatever it takes to get into heaven, I don't blame them, but like, but yeah, it was like, I just remember every year he was just, like the same fat jokes. And that's why I don't believe in God, is because of that. Or at least, I don't know. I think about it like, if I ever do have to like meet St. Peter and like, he's like, Johan, why did you stop going to church? I would have to tell him, look, man, your boy was roasting me at the family dinner. Like, talk to him. Like, I don't know why you're talking to me. He was the one that, I don't know. Actually, I found out a couple years ago, Father Will, he got excommunicated for the church for embezzling funds. I don't actually have a joke for that. I just want people to know what an asshole this guy was. Like, I feel vindicated now. I believe it restored my faith. But yeah, I don't know. It's been almost a year now, and I think since the quarantine started, and I think what's changed for me is like before the pandemic, like when I would reach out to friends, I would always like, I would text them like, hey, do you want to hang out this weekend? Like anytime that's convenient for you, let me know. Like let's schedule a hang. And now, like a year into the quarantine, I'm just FaceTime friends with no heads up. I'm just like, look, I know you're not doing anything. You're not, there's no way you're busy doing something. I'm just going to FaceTime you. There's no reason to schedule anything. None of us are doing anything. And I've been, I don't know, just trying to watch TV or keep myself busy. I did watch The Sopranos during the quarantine. I watched the whole series. I'm that guy. One thing I will say about The Sopranos is I'm glad I went into counseling before I started watching that show, because it would have given me like really unrealistic expectations of what I can get away with in therapy sessions. Like just physically threatening your therapist and then declaring your love to her, But but right now I'm not in counseling, so I right now I'm just listening to Dr. Melfi, just trying to pick up advice, what she has to say, and keeping myself mentally stable. One of my the pandemics has made me more I would say focused and like career minded, or at least just like what I want in life. I think what I want in life, I want to make so much money that I can buy a house in a neighborhood that cheers for essential workers. I feel like that's when you made it in life. It's like when your neighbors are cheering, that's like, oh, this is a good zip code right here. or I just want to make so much money that I end up in like an Nexium type of cult. I whenever watch that, I watched that Nexium cult document. I was like, everyone's so rich. Like, how can I get in this group? It seems like, all right. Besides, without all the hanky panky. Something I keep hearing from my friends about, when the pandemic's over, is like, oh yeah, people are gonna party so hard. We're just gonna like have unhinged debauchery, and it's just gonna be like we're gonna overcorrect, and we're just gonna party so hard. And I don't know. I don't really think that's the case, because like I think at first, like when we're able to see each other, we're gonna be so excited and we're gonna catch up. But then it's gonna be like, oh, like we didn't really do much. Every conversation is like, oh, you've also just been at home binge watching the Queen's Gambit, and browsing Zillow to see if housing prices went down. Oh, okay, that's all. You've also been doing that. Okay, cool. I'll see you next week. Like, no, none of us have interesting stories. I will say, I as I'm sure many of you are as well. I'm really like waiting on this $1,400, $2,000 check that Biden owes us. When he's got to, where's my money? $600. It just isn't enough. Like $600. What is, like, I've got an email spam like that offers like, oh, open a checking account and we'll give you, and they offered more than $600. Like $600 is like, it's not even enough to get sucked into a pyramid scheme. Like if I showed up to the Herbalife offices with only $600, they would call security. They would. But yeah, in the meantime, now that the cases are going down, and hopefully we can see each other in outdoors, I'm trying to work up, because first of all, I don't hike. No one ever. That's my one commitment during this. I'm never going hiking. So what I'm trying to do is see my friends. I'm trying to work up the courage to ask my homies to see if they want to go on picnics, because that's what I'll do. I'll go on a picnic with you and at a park, the social distance. But hopefully we can make that happen soon. But yeah, I don't know. I have been using the McDonald's app. Are you guys on the McDonald's app? It's a great app. I'm not endorsed by the McDonald's. I wish I was. The McDonald's McDonald's app has great coupons, great discounts. The one thing I will say about a McDonald's app is, unfortunately, a lot of the coupons depend on external factors happening. So a lot of times I'll be at home, just hungry, so I'll pull on my McDonald's app. I'll be like, I'll look at the coupon and I'll be like, oh man, I hope the Dodgers score a home run tonight, so I can eat a full meal. Anyways, that's been all from me. Thank you guys so much. My name's Johan.
Hey, give it over Johan Miranda, everybody. Johan, thank you so much. It's so good to see you. You got a new chair since I last saw you on Zoom.
Things are moving up. Yeah.
Things are moving up. Johan and I used to be on a Zoom call every day for 8 hours working on writing this show. And Johan would always be leaned slightly forward, like on his bed. Like Johan, I think, was Zooming from bed. And then we were, I was very happy to see you finally got a chair.
What's it called? Holly just emailed me, Ben, and Jonathan about. She was like, "Do you remember the time I dropped the cup?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Johan did a very guys. This is writer's room humor. Johan at one point when we were all working on the show in person dropped a cup, and it was very funny. Because here's what happened. It was like a good TikTok in real life. It was like the cup bounced. It was a mug, and it was like boink. Boink, 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 and it like bounce, 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 and Johan was trying to catch it. Whoop, 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 whoop.
The whole
and then
time.
On bounce 8, it finally shattered. Boink, 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 boink. I know this doesn't translate to any of you because you
Well,
weren't there.
Also, it was like my first or second day, if I remember correctly.
And I fell out of my chair laughing. And I'm just trying to tell you all missed a miracle of comedy.
Yeah,
Okay.
you had to be there.
Johan, I've also been watching The Sopranos.
Oh yeah.
I've gotten through. We're on season 3. I keep stopping because I have to say it's a good show. It's not the best show in the history of television. This show has a lot of problems. All right.
Sure. Okay. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Dr. Melfi, one of the worst psychiatrists I have ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Completely unethical in her behavior.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly.
That's just blowing it left and right. Just like
really bad.
Yeah, if you haven't seen The Sopranos, Tony, just talk about just no boundaries. Just like one day just being like, you're the love of my life, and the other being like, just like, I'm going to choke you. And then Dr. Melfi's like, all right, well, I'll see you next week. And it's like
terrible. Terrible. Awful. And then and it's little stuff too. Like she starts seeing Carmela as a patient. That's not allowed.
No,
you can't see the spouse of your client as a It's awful stuff. And then there's like, what was that whole episode about where like where Adriana wanted to sign a band? What was with this terrible episode? This is one of the worst episodes of television I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And they go talk to a rapper who's wearing like a bowler hat.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, folks, if you haven't seen this, again, you had to be there to see this horrible episode.
You know what it is? I kind of think it's a very time capsule of the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And the early 2000s is just very cringe. The whole, like, not just The Sopranos, just like that whole 5 years, I feel like we should just forget about. Like, it's just nothing really good came out of it. Like,
yeah, you forget that this is a show that started in like 1999, and then like a lot of the show is right before 9/11 is when it takes place, and that was like the worst time in American culture.
Yeah.
That was like. Things were bad. Americans were very stupid, and we liked dumb things. Mm-hmm. It was bad time culturally.
The way I remember, to me, pre 9/11 is the Baha Men. That to me is like we had the Baha Men, and then 9/11 happened, and then the Iraq War. And that's all it was.
And Smash Mouth, Smash Mouth, and Mambo No. 5 was pre 9/11, right? And people were like, this stuff is cool. This is cool. This is good music. And then 9/11 happened, and people were like, I got to rethink my entire life. And they started thinking about what mattered to them and making music that made sense. And The Sopranos got better.
Yeah, exactly. So The Sopranos started pre 9/11, and then 9/11 happened, and then The Sopranos got better. I think. So in a way, I don't know.
No, don't follow that thought any further, Johan. Don't say.
Never mind. I'm not gonna
maybe
finish that
9/11 was good. No. We're not going to say 9/11 was very bad.
I hate when my set ends that way. I hate when I'm having a good set and I'm like, oh, you know what? But 9/11,
9/11 was okay. All right. Johan Miranda, everybody. The very funny Johan Miranda. You got anything to plug, Johan?
The G-Man on Netflix. Let's keep an eye on it.
The G-Word.
G-Word.
Not the G-Man. You forgot the name of the show you work on.
I'm having so much fun, Adam.
Johan Miranda, everybody. One more round of applause for him. I forgot to ask Yedoye to plug, but Yedoye once again did an amazing podcast for Crunchyroll about anime. Look him up, Yedoye Travis. Okay, your next comic, your final comic of the evening. Please welcome her. She's so fucking funny. I saw her for the first time a couple years ago at a venue out doing comedy in Los Angeles when that was still possible, and I said, this person's so fucking funny. I gotta know who the hell she is. She is extremely funny on TikTok as well. She's currently shadow banned. She told me, please give it up for Steph Tolive, everybody.
Hi, thank you. I am shadow banned because I'm too dirty for TikTok. Oh my, what a world. What are we doing? How are we? This is fun. I want to give a huge shout out for Yedoye right now for recognizing that not enough men are focusing on the woman's clit. I mean, he didn't say that exactly, but I feel like that's what he was saying. And he's right. All you got to do is muck around up there for a little bit of time, boys. It's not hard. Like, I could just lie on my front and like cough and I can almost come. Anyways, get to work, look up some books. How are we? I've been having issues with my internet, so I had to get Spectrum to come over here. I'm very angry at Spectrum, so I changed my password. The guy came over and he's like, oh, you're just going to have to put your password in here. I go, oh no, you can put it in. I go, it's fuck Spectrum up the ass. And he's like, sorry? I go, oh, sorry, all lowercase. And he's like, are you joking right now? And I'm like, no, I'm dead serious. And then we both just burst out laughing because there was no other reaction. He's like, never heard that before. I'm like, well, you guys are piles of shit. Not you personally. Please fix my internet. Thank you so much. He did. It was very nice of him. It was very hilarious to say it to his face. I've been thinking about this, doing a lot of Zoom shows and stuff. Are birthday clowns also doing this? Like, can you imagine how fucking sad for some guy going, here we go, kids, and just blowing up balloons in his own home and then having to like slowly pop them after the show is done? Like, I don't know why that image. And I'm like, are they wearing pants and shoes? Because nobody else wears it. That would be hilarious to me. Hire birthday clowns. I mean, what else are they doing? Please give them some work. I do like, when I'm looking at people on Zoom shows, everyone here has their thing off, and on Twitch you can't see anybody, but I like looking at like everyone's homes instead of themselves. That's what happens when I get a dick pic. I look barely at the dick. I'm looking at everything around that penis. If you're not tucking in your fitted sheet, I'm zooming in. I'm taking a little peek. Got a couple loose socks, couple wrappers. I'm getting in there, seeing what you're snacking on. Let me take a peek. But I will say, with the HD cameras now, if you got a fluff in your penis, you better make sure it's a fluff. Otherwise, I am circling that and sending it to friends and saying that you have a wart. Just so you know what's happening. Women do that. We're nice people. We really are. I went back home. I'm from Canada, but I'm in LA right now. And I went back home for a bit of the pandemic. So I got very scared as a Canadian girl, very scared out here. All my friends in Canada called me like, you got to get out of there. Tanks are coming. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to listen to you. So I was drunk on 2 bottles of wine and decided to book a flight that left 3 hours from the time I booked it, like a lunatic. Anybody ever panic pack before? You don't think. You're not thinking properly. I put in a bunch of wigs, mustaches, a couple silly glasses. I wish I was joking. I literally packed like I was a prop comic going on a cruise ship. I'm like, I'm not Carrot Top. I'm going to my fucking parents' house. I packed 3 pairs of underwear. Now, ladies, I'm not sure if you're like me. I go through 3 pairs of underwear in one day. There's always something coming out of that hole. I'm not a scientist. I am not a doctor, but something is... everybody went really silent. Okay, maybe I have a problem. If you guys have a bone dry vagina right now, go to emergency. I don't know what to tell you. I think it should have a little bit of. Anyways, I'm not a doctor, but maybe I should be. So as soon as I get to my parents' house, my dad's like, "Don't worry, you can borrow my underwear." I'm like, I'm not borrowing my dad's pants right now. No, he's like, no, let me show you. Like, I don't need to see them. I don't need a preview. My dad pulls down his cut off sweatpants shorts to reveal the loosest boxers I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, not these. I have new ones. I'm like, I think you need to wear the fucking new ones, Dad. These ones look like an old restaurant rag. What the hell are you talking about right now? Very loose. Now I know my dad has a huge dong. Didn't want to know that. Did not want to know that if I was a man, be packed in a schlong and a half. I'm bringing back schlong. Do we like it? Do we like schlong? Let's get some chat. Let's get some chat into the old the schlong chat. Let's get some schlong dong out there. Ding dong schlong. My dad's a psychopath. He doesn't like to have the heat on. It's Canada's cold. We're not allowed to have long showers. He's a timer on the heater. I'm not joking. This is real. On the hot water tank. And we're not allowed to use the dryer. No dryer. Everything has to hang dry. In minus 45, when you have to put on a crispy pair of underwear, not a good feeling. I don't know if you guys know what it feels like. An example would be taking a chip bag and cutting out the bottom corners and using that as underwear. That's the exact same like crisp, crunchy feeling. And again, as someone who goes to 3 pairs a day, stuff's not sitting in there. It's not a good, okay, too much for you guys. That's fine. I get when it's too much, and I'm not. If you think we're done with the vagina jokes, women legally have to do these jokes. I know everyone's like, women always talk about it. We do. When we sign up for stand-up comedy, we have to sign. We have to sign like a big thing with our period blood. It's hey, look, I don't make the rules. I don't make these rules. It is a rule with blood. Okay. I've been doing a lot of thinking. We're sitting in our heads, we're getting all weird. And I've been thinking about a lot of I've been quarantining alone for the most part. And you think about old flames, things that could have been. And I was talking to my one friend. She's like, yeah, but you always are about to fool around with somebody and you're like a perverted Larry David. You always find something. I'm like, no, I don't. And then I was like, wait, there's a couple examples. This one guy, we're about to hook up and he went to the bathroom and left the door open and he took a really loud piss. It wasn't just a little bit loud. It was if you took a fire hose, a foot away from a brick wall, too much pee pee. I was like, that's a lot of urine. I don't know what were you drinking? It's too much piss. I have to leave. And then another guy, we're about to fool around and then his debit card fell out of his pants. And I was like, not even in a wallet? That's strange. And then he picked it up and it was the most worn in, disgusting debit card. All the numbers were rubbed off. It was chipped. I was like, there's no way this works. I was like, if your debit card looks like that, what the fuck does your goddamn dick look like? If you can't keep that clean, I can't go through this. I have to leave. But then I reminded her of this one time I was about to hook up with the guy in the back of his pickup truck because I know how to pick him. And he found a dead skunk on the side of the road, picked it up and said, should I make this a hat? And then he fingered me without washing his hands. So, who's the prude? Who's the prude? I don't think it's me. That's why they call me old skunk puss. If you want to find my Instagram, it's at skunk pussy. No, I'm kidding. It's not. I wish Instagram let me have that handle at skunk pussy. That would be fun for me and me alone. That would be it. I interviewed a porn star over this, Samantha Mack, fellow Canadians, and it was she was going on about how she got surgery down there. I'm like, oh, I feel like I'd like that. I'm like, I feel like mine looks like a foot-long sub with too much mozzarella. And she didn't laugh the same way you guys aren't. And and she's like, well, if you want me to take a look at it. And I was like, you know what? You seem like a connoisseur of the puss. Yeah, take a glance. So I moved away the old underwear, curtains, and here we go. It was two long curtains. I showed her, and she looked at it for way longer than I thought she was going to, in silence, and then found my eyes again and went, it's not bad. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. I feel pretty good about it. It's not bad. I had to change my Tinder profile from it ain't too shabby to it's not bad. I feel insane. Okay. Johan was saying he has no stories from fucking COVID. Oh, I got a story. When I was back in Canada and the numbers were much lower, I have to preface with this so people don't think I'm wandering around with fucking no mask on. So I ended up dating a man, a 45-year-old divorced farmer who lived in a boat on land. I really have a problem. So we couldn't sleep in his boat, obviously. So we went to his ex-wife's cabin in the woods. I'm like, this is all sounding bad. 7.5 hour drive north. We're on the way there. He's like, oh, I should mention there's something up there that I'm like, well, what is it? He's like, oh, it's just nothing. I'm like, well, it sounds like something. He's like, well, yeah, it's a sex swing. I'm like, no, that's something. You're not saying that you brought a fucking charcuterie board. There's a fucking sex swing. Like, what are you talking about? This is something I need to know about. So we get up there, and of course I want to try the sex swing. I'm a psycho. I'm like, I'm not going to turn down this opportunity for material. Has anybody get in the chat here? Has anybody been on a sex swing before or tried one or no? Okay.
Never, Steph.
No, Adam, I was not asking you. I was definitely that pink sweater has never been. So no offense. You don't seem like anyways. It doesn't fucking get that. So it's very hard. It's a very large apparatus. It's not just a little thing you hook up. It's big bars. It looks like a huge spider. So I'm helping him set up. I'm like, I'm cute. I can help you. So in the middle of setting it up, and I wasn't paying attention. A piece fell, nailed me, side of the head, goose egg immediately. I'm like, so I'm outside in this, it's literally in the middle of the country, nothing around. I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God. He comes, okay. I'm like, keep setting it up. We're doing this. So I come back inside. And now I'm angry. I'm like, we have to do this because I'm annoyed that it's gone this far now. So we set it up, finally try to get in. Sex swings are built for people my size. They're built for very tiny, it's like a skeleton should just be going there because your body shouldn't be flopping around like this. Very hard to get in. So I finally get in and he's helping me. We had to bring an ottoman in because I couldn't hop into it. So I finally get in and I'm face down. I'm like choking, turn me over. Another 45 minutes, I finally get in. At this point, I'm sweating and I'm parched. I'm like, I'm thirsty, need a drink, get me a drink. So he goes downstairs. Also, how aggressive. Why would he want? I'm like, get me a drink, damn it. Not sexy. None of this is sexual. I'm sweating buckets. So he goes downstairs, and as he leaves, I just start seeing my own reflection, and I'm just slowly spinning alone in this sex swing. I'm like, this is how I'm gonna die. A wet fucking pervert. Like, it looked like a fucking honey ham shoved into a bunch of. I'm like, this is how I die. This is how the police are gonna come. No one's gonna be around with this wet woman just like that. She came in how she went, wet and sweat. It's disgusting. It was so fucking gross. We didn't even have sex. I'm like, get me out. I'm like, I'm over this. I feel so perverted. Very strange. And my dog came up. There was a lot. It was too much. I know. The one person groaning. I know. Trust me, I don't want this to be my life. I have my dog. I love my dog. Do you guys have dogs? Who's been dogging it up in the pandemic? Anybody? Okay, yes. Anybody like adopt a dog or whatever? I'm a pile of shit, and I did not adopt my dog. I have a golden retriever. I know. Everybody hates me. And guess what? Joke's on me, because when you get a dog that's been overbred, they have problems. They have a lot of problems. And Susan, beautiful Susan, has needs a $6,000 surgery. This is not a joke. And the vet explained it to me. She's like, it's like I don't know exactly how you put it medically, but in layman's terms, it's a big fat pussy. And not a joke. My dog has a hooded labia, aka big fat vagina, and they have to go in and like do a little trim. So I want to go in with her and be like, I'll get what she's having, like mother, like daughter, matching. You know how, people are like, oh, you look like your dog. And then I'll just go and lie in a park and we'll both open our legs. Like, oh, that is her dog. Yeah, that one's hers. That's definitely hers. Oh, this is gross. I know. I'm sorry, everybody. This is why TikTok shadow banned me. I'm not done yet. Yes, I'm wrapping up my dog story. So, Susan loves her vagina. I can't get rid of it. I don't want to it's her favorite thing in the world. Every morning, she's just, like, she goes down there like it's gonna walk away at some point. Like she's out of breath. I will tell you that. She gets out of breath down there. And anytime like I had a guy over and they'd go down on me, Susan would be like, "Oh, it's my time to shine." You just like, and I'd be like, you know what? Whatever she's doing sounds a lot better than whatever the hell you're doing. Take a couple tips from her. Is that bottom teeth she's using? I don't know. Maybe try that. That'd feel better. But I am so psycho that I did get her name tattooed on me over quarantine, like a raging psychopath. Add me on Instagram. You can see the picture. And to Susan and a big heart on my upper thigh. And the first guy that fooled around with me after, this is not even a joke, after pulls my pants down and goes, my mom's name is Susan. And I looked at him, I'm like, think about her the whole time, and just shoved his head down. He didn't like that at all or find it funny. We never spoke again. Thanks so much, guys. Sorry if I grossed everybody out.
No, giving up for Steph Talib, everybody. Steph Talib. Now, Steph, how, with your material, did you get shadow banned on TikTok?
I don't do that stuff.
I
clean it up a bit.
Like what you do?
No, I do more sketchy stuff on there. More wigs and mustaches. I'm not this gross. I mean, I'm a little gross.
This is stand-up comedy. This is where we're supposed to be gross and talk about all the things that come out of our bodies. TikTok, I understand there's kids on there. But
the kids are worse.
True.
Like there's literally like I don't know what the hell TikTok I'm on, but I keep coming across like weird incest stuff, sibling incest. I'm like, how is that okay? And it's like, I don't know if it's a joke. I don't know why the fuck it's coming up on mine. Like my For You page is not good. I'm bad. It's very bad. I don't like it.
It can be an upsetting place. Do you know what got you shadow banned? Do you know what video?
They don't tell you which video, and I'm very upset. I think it was one where I was pretending to use a head scratcher down there, but I never showed down there.
That one
I mimed it.
Funny.
Thank you. I thought it was funny.
You're like scratching your head, and then you're like, oh, hold on a second. What if I? And then you go, I don't mean to do it for
and
you.
That's it.
It was so funny.
That's the whole video. Very. That was it.
So
but yeah.
What is a sex swing for? I'm looking at pictures of sex swings, and I'm baffled.
It is. I don't know who it's for or why. Like, I'm not even joking. By the time I got in, I was so uncomfortable. And like the straps aren't like light. So your skin is like seeping through. It literally, like when you literally get like a turkey or a ham and the strings are pulled tight and the fat comes through, that's what it was. Like I was literally fucking glazed ham. And I'm like, But like, so you seeing like the guy seeing me in this is not as attractive, and like you're not. It's like I felt like a puppet falling down a well. I was just like, "Whoa!" Like your body is all over the place, and you're not control, and like you're so uncomfortable. Like there's no way a woman gets in there. She's like, oh, it's like a lazy boy. Like it's not like a comfortable like recliner. It's like you're so weird, and you're like a marionette, except your vagina's out. And that's the worst part, where it's like I just feel I feel gross. The whole thing's gross, and I don't like it. I didn't like it. I don't recommend it. I really don't.
There's something about the physical things that we buy to help us with sex that upset us. There's something about it. There's like we got this like sex wedge. You know, it's like a big foam
that goes
thing.
under. Yeah.
To help you position yourself. You know what I mean? But it's like huge. It's a huge piece of like foam like this that's like covered in fabric. It's too big to store anywhere. You can't put it out of sight. You have to have like it's in our like yoga nook of the house where like the yoga mats are. Just like what? Try to tell people like what's that? It's that's for doing very advanced yoga. It's a yoga thing. But there's something about it like you hate to look at it when you're not using it. It's like yeah.
Yeah, it's gross. Like, well, you could use that also for like a dog ramp coming on the bed. You can be like, it's for my dog to do a little entrance.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know where he would. And this thing was from the 80s, so it had like a pamphlet where the photos of the guy. It was like this guy with like a little mullet. You could tell the women didn't want him in the photo, but he was like getting really into it. Like, it's the grossest thing. Like, because it shows you like different positions and how to get into it. And I was like, these must have taken 4 days to them to get one pamphlet of these photos.
That's so funny. And this is
insane.
proof that we're actually more prudish than our parents. Because whenever you encounter like stuff from the sexual liberation of like the 60s and 70s, you read like one of those books or like see anything like that, like past generations, it's the most revolting. We're like, ew, no, put it away. Put your pants on. We don't want to see. Like we are more prudish than that. We're like, yuck. All right, well, I have nowhere else to go with that. What do you have to plug, Steph?
Just follow me on Instagram at Steph Tolev, because I'm not posting on TikTok anymore. I'm too mad.
You're not. Well, no, go follow Steph on TikTok. Or TikTok's very funny, and like them all. And so to prove to TikTok that and don't report them, like them and say they're good, so that she gets unshadow banned. Give it up for Steph Tolev, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Steph Tolev. Yes, folks, that is the show. I hope you had a good time. Did you have fun, Zoom audience? I'm very glad. You're a wonderful audience. I'm out of focus. Let me fix that. It's so wonderful to have you. Thank you so much. My name's been Adam Conover. One more round of applause for every comic you saw tonight. Oh my gosh, you saw Steph Tolev, you saw Yedoye Travis, you saw Johan Miranda. Kat is sharing their info in the chat. Go give them a follow wherever you can. That is it for us this week on the show. We do this every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Do the time zone math yourself. And, oh, my God, D Campos 3 donated $75 fucking dollars. Can I get a round of applause for D Campos 3? Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Folks in the Zoom room, you can leave, and I'll chat with the Twitch audience a little bit now. I'll check in with them. Thank you so much for coming on. Filter out. I'm going to mute you. D Campos 3, thank you so much. Once again, to remind everybody, this is a free show, a free comedy show, and yet we do pay the comics. And if you are able to cheer or sub or tip, their tip link is down below, or often paste it into the chat. Streamlabs.com/tip/Adam Conover. It enables me to pay the comics. Streamlabs.com/Adam Conover .tip. Thank you, Kat. It allows me to pay the comics that we have on the show. If you give us one of those subs, you give us a couple of those cheers, you give us a couple of those tips, all those things help. I gotta get my chair back, the chair I so unceremoniously kicked at the beginning of this show. So that I can sit the fuck down. Here we go. Headed down. Here we come. Thank you, everybody. D Campos 3, thank you so much again for coming through with the great donation. I agree that this chair deserved it. What the heck? Sometimes you're moving your standing desk and it encounters some sort of resistance and suddenly lurches to go back in the other direction. Very unsettling. Mr. Travis wanted to... Oh! Yedoye wanted to plug something. Yedoye, I'm so sorry. Yedoye, say if you're still watching the Twitch. Tell me what it is. Oh my God, I missed it. Say it in the chat, Yedoye, if you're still here. Oh, I missed it. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I feel terrible. Yo, Yedoye, there you are. Yedoye, log back into the Zoom and I'll put you on so you can plug whatever it is. As we solicit tips and cheers and things like that. You can come in the Zoom or you can just type it in the chat and I'll read it out loud for people. I apologize for that. Really thank you everybody for tuning in today. This is STOPGAP stand-up comedy. Oh, here comes Yedoye. Get your video on.
I'm back.
You're back. Wait, where's your video? Why can't I see your video? Okay, there you are. There you are. How's it going, Yedoye? What do you want to plug?
Yo, so I'm hearing an echo. Sorry. So I wrote for the relaunch of Legends of the Dark Knight, which is their a Batman series. And let me just close the Twitch. Okay. Yeah, I wrote for the relaunch of Legends of the Dark Knight. I wrote a short story. Batman made that dude go to therapy, which he desperately needs. So
that's great. Wait, is it TV comics? What is it?
It's a comic. It's a 10-page short story.
That is awesome, and it's published by DC and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You wrote an honest to God comic book.
I did indeed. That's
so fucking cool. Is it out now?
It will be out in I believe June. I think the series, the whole series launches at the end of March, I believe.
Killer.
And then I wrote the last one in the series of 16.
Check out Legends of the Dark Knight, written by Yedoye. Batman goes to therapy. It's much better than when Tony Soprano went to therapy. I assume it's a better therapist than Dr. Melfi.
Yes, I can confirm. It's a better. Actually, I haven't seen The Sopranos. I don't know.
It's fine. You can watch it, but you don't feel like you have to. People are like, it's the best show ever.
My mom had HBO in her room.
It's the first good show they ever saw.
Yeah, my mom had HBO in her room and wouldn't let me come in and watch it. So I figure, it's for old Nigerian women as far as I'm concerned.
Thanks so much, Yedoye. I'm going to end the stream. Thank you so much for coming, man. We'll see you again soon. And give Yedoye a follow on Twitch, everybody. Give him a follow on Twitch. You stream on Twitch?
Yeah, occasionally.
Okay, give him a follow. He was in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by, man.
Thank you.
All right, that's gonna do it for the stream. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go play with my new PS5 and do a little work. Really wonderful to have everybody here. Thank you so much to D Campos for the incredible. Oh, Queen Auk donated $20. Thank you so much for the donation, Queen Auk. Incredible. Between the two of you folks, that is going to help me pay everybody, pay all the comics for doing comedy here for you tonight. We do this once again, STOPGAP Stand Up, every Thursday night at 6 p.m. I gotta put that in the fucking scene so that people can see it in my slobs. PS5 doesn't exist as far as you can tell. I know it's a phantom console. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Sock Food One. So thank you for having this. This is so fun. Make it a date. Watch it with your loved ones. Thank you so much. I'm gonna stream soon. Maybe I'll even stream from the PS5 dual experiment stream. Man, Adam came far from his first stream where he just had a tiny little circle from his webcam. Yeah, I used to stream on my PS4 starting in 2016. I was just streaming on the PS4 interface. I got to see what the new streaming interface is like on the old PS5. I'm doing it, man. I got to get some custom scene stuff in here too. I got to get one of them custom Twitch, custom Streamlabs scenes. So things look really slick. But right now, I kind of like just making my homegrown comedy scene like this, theming. You missed the first ep, but still love the format of these stand-up shows. So glad you enjoy it. We have new comics every week. 3 of the best comics from around the internet for you every single week, because us stand-up comedians, we live on your laughs and we die if we don't get them. And so we really thank you folks for coming and supporting live comedy while we're not able to get together. So thank you so much. Have a good one. and we'll see you again next Thursday, 6 p.m. for more STOPGAP Stand.